following that, then we'll be more than happy to answer them. Councilwoman Carla Taylor.
Councilman John David.
Councilman Edward Lamar Campbell.
We were notified today, as the media and everybody else was probably around 5:30, 6:30, something like that, that the meeting was canceled. I talked to the interim town manager and the clerk earlier today. They didn't notify us of anything of sort. We have heard rumblings that different members of the council, Mayor Jake Evans and Josephine Eisen and Jacqueline Gore, former councilman Josephine Eisen, wanted this meeting canceled, and they have worked all day to try to make sure it's canceled. When they didn't get a stay from the judge who ordered that Ms. Taylor was a member of council on Monday, that they canceled the meeting on Monday. They canceled the meeting this afternoon without notice to a lot of folks, especially the citizens that are here now. And we've come to the conclusion that for dereliction of duty, and that Orton Bellamy and Dwayne Green are relieved of their duties for cause. Again, dereliction of duty. Secondly, misleading and lying to the town of Atlantic Beach regarding the SLED investigation, which SLED said there was no investigation. Number 3, for failure to have legal representation at a court case, Josephine Eisen versus the town of Atlantic Beach. No lawyer showed. The town manager did not make sure that a lawyer showed, and that is dereliction of duty. And number 4, there have been filings submitted on behalf of the Municipal Election Commission on Monday and on Tuesday. There was no meeting of the Municipal Election Commission. There was no notice of a meeting of the Municipal Election Commission. There was no votes for the Municipal Election Commission. So the town manager and Dwayne Green are going rogue, and they have been working with certain members of the town to try to keep Ms. Taylor out of her seat. So with them filing those documents without having those meetings, and they also didn't notify the chairman. So again, they're doing stuff that is not in the best interest of the town, and we do not approve of that, so they are relieved of their duties.
At this time, if anyone has any questions?
What are the next steps if they are relieved of their duties? I mean, who confirms that?
We will have a letter for them tomorrow morning, and we will ascertain their keys and change the lock so that they are not able to come onto the premises.
What were your reactions to this meeting with Ms. today? Were you surprised or not?
Shock, dismay. We knew that they had been working on it all day. We knew that they had canceled the meeting on Monday. It's a never-ending saga that for some reason they don't want Ms. Taylor seated just as they didn't want me seated. And the judge's ruled. If the judge ruled and has an order in place and we went through all this litigation, why are they usurping the judge? What is the purpose of this? You know, they just have a total disregard for the law.
Carla, for you to explain how you got there.
Like I said yesterday or Monday, disappointed but not surprised. For whatever reason, they want to maintain control of the town's government, even though the people have clearly spoken that they do not desire their leadership for the town any longer. So why are they willing to risk going against a court order to maintain that control? You have to ask them. The fact that they won't stand before you to answer these questions is telling in itself. But we're here because we have nothing to hide. We're just here to do the business of the town of Atlantic Beach. Yes, I'm disappointed, but I'm still working for the town in whatever capacity I can until I am able to take my rightful seat.
This next meeting isn't scheduled until December, which that's actually violating state law.
We do plan to have another meeting forthwith, especially since they're relieved of their duties. They won't have the apparatus to stop us from having a meeting as they've been utilizing for the last 2 times.
Can you kind of talk about, what they left you with here today? The doors are locked, the police are gone. Can you explain that?
I was notified by someone that they told the police to go home, that they told the clerk to go home, and they knew there was a meeting, and they shut the doors and made everybody go home so that we didn't have the operations for a meeting. And that's the second time this week. That's, again, grounds for being removed.
On Monday you were saying that they're going to have to put up with the courts again if they don't have this meeting today. What is the next step now in terms of everything for you?
Well, as far as we know, Carla Taylor has been seated and has a court order from the judge. If they have some qualms with what the judge said, they should have a court order to say that she's not seated, and we don't have that. They don't have that.
What is it meant to be to have such support here behind you today, even without this meeting?
It's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. You asked the other day, how do I continue to fight after all the setbacks? It's because of the people that you see here. It's not about me, it's about them and what they want for this town that we all call home. And I will continue to deal with whatever I have to do what we all know we need to do to make this town be what it should be. And right now, we're being held hostage, but this too will pass.
And again, they didn't notify the citizens. The citizens showed up, they didn't have notification. So we need to do the business of the town. And if the citizens expect us to do the business of the town. So if they can show up, why can't the apparatus that run its meetings show up? Why is the town manager, interim town manager, Orton Bellamy, canceling 2 meetings in 1 week?
Anything else you guys want to add that I didn't ask you?
No, only that they didn't give us any reasons why they canceled the meeting. So still looking forward to that as well.
Taking questions from the public? You had the 3 minute rule still?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
So, I wanted to ask, is this meeting considered formal? Do you have to do the parliamentary opening and closing of the meeting in order for it to be considered an actual council meeting, since you do have a quorum with the 3 of you?
We can. I move that this meeting, per the agenda, is now in session. Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
You have to have the roll call at each
Well,
other.
we're only 3 of us. But Lamar Campbell, do you approve? Carla Taylor?
Yes.
And John David as well. The motion that we have, I seek a motion to remove the town attorney, Dwayne Green, and the interim town manager from their roles and capacity within the town of Atlantic Beach for cause. Do I have a second?
Second.
Councilman Campbell?
Yay.
Councilman Taylor?
Yay.
And I vote yes as well. With that, we'll have questions from the audience, or if anybody has any comments.
You gotta make a motion to move town manager.
I did vote.
You did both.
Any questions from anyone?
Give me a minute.
Yes, sir.
How will we record this?
It's recorded by our recorder, Paul and Jay, and the news media.
So
And we can upload this or post it as well. And
so
we
the
can
minutes can be.
pull from the, yeah.
Did I hear you say that Carla was a council person effectively Monday of this week?
She was, the Judge Seals actually ordered her to be a council person effectively October 30th. He said immediately in his email to the town. His order actually states November 1st, but it was signed on November 4th. So I take it immediately was October 30th when he said immediately. I take him at his word, and we have been thwarted from having everything since then. And again, I can read off the reasons that we have for cause for the folks that are being removed if we're going to have it officially for the meeting. They're relieved of their duties due to dereliction of duties, mishandling and lying to the town in regarding a SLED investigation that was not, and SLED said it was not. Both of them. Both of them failed to have legal representation at the case of Josephine Eisen versus the town of Atlantic Beach. We had no legal representation for that case. If there wouldn't have been a lawyer from another side, the town of Atlantic Beach Election Commission would have lost that case. Let's see, the next one is submitted legal filings on behalf of the MEC without a formal notice of the MEC. They also did not notify the chairman of such meeting or correspondence that have been submitted to the court. And they did not have a formal vote. And they've submitted 2 legal documents, appeals, on behalf of the MEC when the MEC has not suggested anything. I've heard that Jackie Gore and her mom, Carolyn Gore, and her boyfriend, Derek Stevens, all had a statement signed after the fact that they wanted this filed, but that was signed today when they did 2 court filings on Monday and Tuesday. Any other questions?
Yes, are we going to keep all of the members of the MEC on board?
We hope to, when we have our next meeting, we hope to replace at least one member of the MEC and move forward.
Will you have any kind of enforcement opportunity? Like, there seems to be no consequence for bad behavior from people who've been displaced as a result of resigning from the council seat and being displaced by the judge's order. If they just won't, which they seem to be, not willing to adhere to the laws, what are your options? What entity or legal body do you go to help you get the enforcement you need?
We hope that Judge Seals will review what has happened since he signed his order, or since he submitted his order, and hold these folks in contempt, or if not, some criminal charges. Because again, Ms. Taylor hadn't been seated over a year, and for what reason? And I also hope that the state legislature and the governor will sign a bill to end the holdover status law for municipalities. This town has utilized that holdover status to keep people in office and to keep Ms. Taylor out of office for years, and I think it's just an injustice.
I'm concerned about the actions of the police, that they took orders directly from non-members of the council.
No, I think they were directed from what I heard from the town manager, and they take directions from the town manager. So they did what they were supposed to do. It's the town manager who hasn't done what he's supposed to do.
Okay.
Yeah. If there's no further questions, I move for a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Roll call. Mr. Campbell?
Yeah.
Ms. Taylor?
Yes.
Yes. John Davis. Thank you all for coming. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I want to get this